what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be having some coffee and sitting down to chat about my goals for 2020. I've spent this past week of January, the first week of 2020, just thinking about what I really wanted my goals for this year to be. That's why I wasn't so quick in posting this, because I really wanted to take some time to think about what I wanted to change and how I just wanted to better myself and my life and those around me. So I have a few different categories here of goals typed up, and I'm very excited to share them with you guys. So let's just get started. So I have 5 categories here of goals to go through. The first being health and fitness, and then like professional, school stuff, relationship, financial, and just some random personal goals. So we're gonna start off with health and fitness because I feel like that's what everyone's mind first goes to when the new year rolls around. My first health and fitness goal is actually to drink more water. So right now I do not drink nearly enough water, like not even close to how much I should be drinking, and I really kind of see that reflecting in my skin. I have super dry skin, as you guys probably know, and living where I do here in Pennsylvania, it does get pretty chilly and the winter is pretty long, so that doesn't really help my skin either. So I just want to see, like, not even for just like the internal health effects of drinking more water, if this can really help my skin out, I am totally down for like trying a whole new skincare routine and just really providing a lot of like deep hydration, like face masks and different like moisturizers and stuff for my skin. But I feel like drinking water is the first thing that I should try because it is the least expensive thing and it is also good for like the rest of my body too. So my goal is to drink at least 64 ounces of water a day, all the way up to maybe like 96 ounces. It's kind of easy to measure because I do have a Hydro Flask. I'm not a Visco girl or anything, but I have the 32 ounce one. It's all banged up because I dropped it like here at school and stuff, so it's not the prettiest, but I have a 32 ounce one and I want to try to drink 3 of these a day, which is like 96 ounces because 3 times 32 is 96. But I would still be okay like on a minimum drinking 2 full bottles a day, but I would like to shoot for more than that and see. Maybe it'll help my skin. Ooh, my hair is in my mouth. Another one of my health and fitness goals is to work out at least 3 times a week. So back in the spring semester last year, I was working out a ton, not like super intense or anything, but I did go make sure that like I went to the gym 3 times a week, and that was really nice because where I lived on campus last year, I was super close to the gym, so I could just wake up. It was like a 2-minute walk to the gym, but now that I live a little further away, it's kind of a longer walk to the gym, and it's obviously cold outside right now, so I really want to push myself to get there at least 3 times a week. I do have a gym membership too, but I have to drive to that gym, so when I'm here at school I would obviously just like to walk to the gym here on campus that is in my tuition and everything, but I would also be open to maybe going and driving to the other gym on the weekends too. So 3 times a week is the goal, and I'm hoping, you know, to just be all around healthier, and I want to get to the point where like you can tell that I work out. Like, I don't want to just work out for my mental health, because I do feel like when I'm working out I just have a lot more clarity and motivation and stuff, but I still want to like see the effects of that too. Another health goal is to meal prep consistently. So I did really good with meal prepping my first few weeks here in my apartment. I stuck to like a consistent menu and I only ate pretty clean things. But once schoolwork started to pick up more, kind of like mid-semester, last semester, I just found myself eating like easier meals that weren't necessarily as healthy. Not that it takes really long to meal prep what I was eating, because I just did like chicken and rice and vegetables and that sort of stuff, but it took a lot more time to make like all of those things separately than to just like throw a little bit of unhealthier stuff on a pan and do like a sheet pan dinner, or just buy frozen dinners or go to Chipotle or something. So I want to like try to stick to it this whole semester of like meal prepping, really healthy meals, just, you know, to kind of balance the workout part, because it's not worth it to work out 3 times a week and try really hard in like that regard and then just eat crap and just flush all your hard work down the drain. So moving on to my professional goals, these are kind of a little bit more specific, but the first is to get accepted into the undergraduate school that I'm applying for here in the next few weeks. So the way that my major works, well, it's not technically my major yet because I haven't gotten accepted into that major program yet, but the way that it works here at my school is you apply in like January or February of your sophomore year of college to start the program your junior year, the fall semester. So providing that I get in, I will be in that like health and rehab science school here and be able to like really have my major, because right now I'm a little like I'm undecided, even though I'm not undecided, I'm kind of just like holding off until I can start that major. So I'm really hoping that I get accepted into that, and I'm really pumped for it. So that will be coming soon, and I have to work on my application here later today, but that is one of my goals for this semester, and one that I'm really excited about because it will kind of help me further my school career and my professional career. Next up, kind of going along with that, is to advance my career and get a new job. And I know what you might be thinking if you saw my Vlogmas videos, didn't you just get a new job? And yes, I did, but the one that I have right now isn't necessarily what I want to do long term, because I want to go to PA school, so I need a lot of patient care hours, and while like I am working with patients in the job that I have right now, it's not necessarily like the most beneficial job. It's kind of just something that I can do right now to get my foot in the door, and I don't really do a lot of patient care sort of stuff at my job right now, which is fine. I'm really happy that I have this job and I love it a lot, but it was always my intention to kind of just use this as a stepping stone to advance my position further. But the job that I ultimately want to get my patient care hours for PA school, you need to take a course for, and I obviously can't do that right now while school is going on. So once the spring semester ends, that is my plan, to take that course and be able to do that other job. Kind of going into not like my career goals, but my professional goals here on YouTube and Instagram and stuff, I want to post more consistently on my Instagram stories for you guys. While I'm here at school, I don't really take a lot of photos for my Instagram just because I don't really like having people take pictures for me in random places. Like, I don't want to ask one of my friends or someone that I'm with to like take my picture. I usually have Nico or my sister or like one of my parents take pictures for me just because I feel like more comfortable with that. So here at school, unless I like go out and take my tripod and stuff, I don't really take pictures like here on campus that much. Plus there's not really that many places to take pictures, and half the time I'm not dressed up in like cute Instagram worthy outfits either. But I do want to post more on my Instagram stories to kind of like combat not posting a lot of actual photos on my Instagram, so expect to see more from me daily on my Instagram stories. I'm really excited about that. Next up, going along with YouTube, is to develop a more consistent upload schedule. So over the summer when I started my YouTube channel, I did have a pretty consistent upload schedule, but then vacations happened and that kind of fell apart, and then at the beginning of last semester I started to have a consistent upload schedule, but then school happened, and then the whole thing with my laptop breaking threw a big snafu into the whole plan. And then the holidays were crazy. I did do Vlogmas and I was proud of myself because I posted a lot of videos over winter break, but it wasn't really like a consistent schedule. So I want to try and figure out what days work best for both me and for you guys to watch here on my YouTube channel. Even if I find that I can't stick to certain days consistently, just because I have such a variable school schedule, like not every week I'm gonna have the same workload. So on those weeks that I have less work, I might be able to stick to this upload schedule that I make for myself, but on the weeks that I have more stuff going on, I probably won't be able to do that. But at a minimum, I definitely want to post at least twice a week here on YouTube. I'm thinking of doing one day like during the week, probably a little earlier in the week, like Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, and then doing a second video on like Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So let me know down below or over on my Instagram if that works for you. I'll probably be like sending out a poll or something on my Instagram to see what days you guys want best. But I am very excited to post at least twice a week. Hopefully I won't have any sort of dilemma with my laptop breaking or anything this semester. Let's pray, because that was a horrible experience and just threw a wrench and everything. But I am really excited to be posting more consistently for you guys. And lastly, in my professional school YouTube category is to actually do the readings for my classes this semester. I'm sure if any of you guys are in college as well, or even high school, you have such high hopes at the beginning of the year or the beginning of the semester to do all the readings that are assigned and really like pay attention to them, because it does really help out in the long run, and you learn so much by reading all of the readings for class. But at least for me, once I'm a few weeks in, especially if the readings aren't that interesting and are super long, I just kind of don't do them. So, I mean, I still get good grades in the classes because I do pay attention in class and take notes and stuff, and most of the time, at least in the classes that I've had, that's really where the big chunk of like the exam questions and stuff come from. But I just think it would be all around better for me to consistently do the readings for class. Obviously, the professors have put them in place for a reason, so I really want to make that one of my goals for kind of this semester, and I guess this year in general, because I will be going to school again in the fall. All right, next up we have the relationship category. I actually only have one thing in this category, but it's kind of like a big thing. So I want to do more things with just Nico. If you guys don't know, that's my boyfriend's name, but I want to do more things with just Nico and I. So right now, since I am in school, we kind of really only see each other on the weekends, and I don't have classes on Fridays, so like I'll see him maybe Thursday night or Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. But when if I do go home to see him, obviously, like, my parents want to see me, and we do stuff with his parents too, which is fine. Like, I love doing stuff with our families, but I still want to, like, do stuff just us and go on more dates. So right now, I kind of want to do, like, a date at least once a month for just the two of us, not something super expensive, because obviously he's right out of college and I'm still in school, so we can't really afford to be spending so much money on dates. But even to just like go out somewhere, like go on a picnic or a walk, or we do go like to the mall and stuff a lot, but I kind of want to do dates other than that. So yeah, that's one of my goals for the two of us for this year, is to just do more stuff, the two of us. So next up, I have my financial category. I actually only have one thing in this category as well, but it is to place at least 70% of each paycheck into savings. Even though I'm not technically like saving for anything at the moment besides school stuff, in the future, I just think it's so beneficial to have an abundance of like money saved up just for like something that may randomly come up, like if you need to, I don't know, pay for something for your car unexpectedly, or something for like your apartment or house, or I don't know, anything along those lines. It's really beneficial to just have money saved, and it's nice to just have something, at least how I'm thinking about it, is to have something saved up for the future. Even though I'm not getting married anytime soon, like I know I'll have to contribute to a wedding once that happens, or if we want to go on like certain trips, it'll be nice to have a lot of money saved up, and eventually for a better apartment and a house or a condo or a townhouse or something, whatever the next step may be for myself and Nico and myself after I graduate from school, it'll just be nice to have a lot of money saved up. And I like to do it now while I can, especially since I don't have a lot of stuff that I have to spend on right now. I think it is just really beneficial to save a lot of the money that I do make now for the future. And this is kind of just how I've always been. Even when I'd play like games and stuff on like my tablet or iPod, whenever I was little, I would always just try to rack up as much cash as I could. I think I played that, what was it, like Tap Resort or like Tap Zoo or something. I don't remember the name of it, but you would go around and like collect all the coins from all of the places on your island or your resort or whatever, and I would always just try to rack in as much as I could and save it all, and I would rarely ever like spend it on a lot of stuff or spend an abundance of it at one time. So I don't know, maybe that's just my mentality that I have towards finances, but I just love saving money. So that's one of my goals for 2020, is to save more money, essentially. And lastly, I have my personal goals. These are just some random things that didn't necessarily fit into the other categories, but number one is to develop a more consistent sleep schedule. I'm going to be honest with you guys, right now, the sleep schedule that I have is absolute crap. I do not have a consistent schedule whatsoever. The time that I go to bed during the week and during the weekends is like totally different, and I don't get like a consistent amount of hours of sleep per night, which really like takes a toll on your body after a while, and I just feel so much better whenever I get a consistent like 7 hours each night. So that is one of my goals, to develop a consistent sleep schedule, maybe getting to bed at like by 1 at the latest and sleeping till maybe 8:30 at the latest. So kind of going along with this, I want to have a consistent wake up time. I don't want to wake up at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning during the school week and then sleep until 11 o'clock on the weekends. So I just want to have a consistent sleep schedule to feel better about myself and not feel as like tired and put my body through that weird of a schedule. Next up for personal goals is to read more books outside of school. I know that I said that I wanted to do more of my readings for school, and for this one I don't really have that high of hopes of reading books for pleasure and enjoyment while school is going on, because I like kind of have the sense that I'm going to be really busy with school stuff and doing my readings for that. I'm not going to have that much time to read just like enjoyable books. But when I do have breaks and whenever the spring semester is over and I'm off for the summer, I do want to take time to, read more books that I just want to read to educate myself outside of school and to just have fun. I used to love reading books so much, but then as I got busier, I kind of fell off of that. But every time I read a book, I'm like, wow, I should read more books because I love it. So that's one of my goals for this year. It'll probably start maybe like in May once I'm out of school, but I would like to read maybe like 1 or 2 books while school is still going on. So we'll see if that happens, but at the very least I want to read more over the summer. Okay, sorry if the setup changed a little bit. Someone called me and I had to answer my phone. But my next goal for 2020 is to focus more and don't get easily distracted. So I feel like this is something that a lot of us struggle with, especially with social media and always having our phones on us. But I know personally, if I'm like even doing schoolwork or something, I will stop and take a break like every, 15-20 minutes and look at my phone or answer a text message that I have or something. And while I do like to get back to people quickly, especially if like they text me or call me or Snapchat me or something, I need to focus on what I'm doing at the moment more than I am right now. I just feel like I get so easily distracted by my phone. I even find that when I'm doing schoolwork or working on something on my laptop, I will like just scroll through Instagram randomly, and that like has to stop. I find myself doing that so much, and I would get things done so much quicker if I just did them straight through and paid attention to them the first time around. And there's a time to look at my phone after I do other things, not just with social media and my phone, but in the middle of doing work, especially if it's something boring for school that I don't really want to do. I will just get up and like get a snack or make a coffee or get more water or something that I don't necessarily need to do at that moment. And it's kind of just a way of like distracting myself and making it like a little bit better than the situation is, especially if it's something boring that I'm doing for school and I'm not really into. But I do want to work on that and be better with being more focused and not taking breaks while I'm doing stuff or like getting distracted by things like my phone and what's going on outside of that. And my last goal for 2020 is to be kinder and more empathetic. Not that I'm a mean person or anything right now. I like to think that I'm pretty kind and nice and all of those things, but I feel like we could always use a little bit of a reminder to just be kinder to people and more empathetic. Especially when I first started this job in early December, I kind of realized how beneficial it is, not only just in healthcare, but in all career fields in general, to just really have a lot of empathy for other people and to not only have sympathy for like the person that you might be talking to if they're going through a rough time, but to really have empathy for them and to channel something inside of you that may help you relate to the experience that they're going through, and kind of just hearing them for what they're saying and really connecting with them and taking that time and dedication to really focus on the person that you're helping, or the person that you may be having a conversation with, or like the family member that you're talking to, or the friend that you're talking to, and just really be there for them and be kinder and more empathetic. And that is one of my goals for 2020, is to just be a better person, and to especially be a better person for other people. So that wraps up my 2020 goals list. I hope you guys had fun watching this video. I know I had a lot of fun reflecting on everything that I wanted to change about my life and myself in 2020, and I'm hoping that I can stick to these goals that I made for myself. If you guys want to see it at the end of 2020, I will definitely make a video reflecting on how I did this past year. But for right now, it's time to focus on the new year and to really dedicate myself to all of these goals that I've set for myself and start getting to work. I know this list might not be like the longest and most in-depth, but I think it is important for all of you that are making goals for the new year and for years to come to be realistic with your goals. I know if I would have made a really out there list that is kind of completely unattainable, and I know that in the back of my head whenever I'm making the goals, I will just not stick to it whatsoever. So I tried to make a lot of these things that I could really do. Some of them really challenge me, like the last one with, changing who I am kind of as a person more, but some of the things like drinking more water, it may seem kind of meaningless and menial, but it's something that is important and something that is easy to do. It just takes time to implement it into your routine. So I tried to have a good balance of things that I wanted to strive for and things that were just really easy changes. So thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end of this video with me. I am super excited for the new year and all of these goals that I have to stick to. And I also have another goal video coming in the next few days, hopefully, but I'm planning on making a decade goals video for you guys since we did just start a new decade. So I'm excited about filming that, and those are going to be kind of more like long-term, maybe a little bit more out there goals that I have for the next 10 years of my life. So I hope you guys are as excited about that as I am. I am really excited to start curating my list of my decade goals. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for coming to my channel in 2019, and I hope you are here to stay for 2020. And if you are not subscribed already, make sure you subscribe before you leave so that you don't miss any future videos from me in 2020 and years to come. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.